see what we called our team? It was Team GB, like your Team USA. Most other countries don't call their team something. They just say Bush. Right? So actually, that connection was massive. It actually changed the way people perceive sport in Britain. Because the only thing we used to like more than Tim Henman winning the semi-final was when Tim Henman lost the semi-final. We could then moan about it, because we're a very pessimistic culture. Right? Anybody's kid ever get a baseball card of them playing baseball? Who takes the card, the picture? The school photographer comes to the baseball club and takes pictures of every single kid. Who pays for that? The parents pay for that. Parents, grandma, Auntie Flo, probably grandma's Cocker Spaniel was running around with one tied to its collar at the end of the day, Basically, the baseball club pays nothing.
They usually make money.
Yeah, they usually make money. I know a few tennis clubs that now do this. The tennis club, they pay the guy. So now you walk into the club, and your card, and this is what they do cleverly, which baseball clubs don't do a lot, they put your card on the wall in a big frame. So you walk into the club, and there's a picture of your card with the club colours around the outside up on the wall. Are you leaving anytime soon, by any chance? No. You're hooked in your belongings. So we need to be able to look outside of what we're doing as well. Everybody understand what this is at the end? Great Britain only invented two amazing things ever, as far as I can tell. One is Hawkeye, and the other one is Harry Potter. Right? Does everyone know a bit about Harry Potter? It's a traditional British houses system. 4 houses: Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and but we just used to have 2. In fact, I was been sponsored by Head for quite a long time before a brief segue off to Prince. Right? So we had Fire and Instinct, because we sold a lot of those rackets. And basically you got a black shirt or a red shirt. Fire was obviously the red one, and Instinct was the black one. And we had the whole club was competing against each other. Everything you did, you got a ticket. And then we had this huge trophy, which looked like the Stanley Cup. No, ice hockey's not big down here. Right? Which was called the Chubba Chup Cup. It was full of like candy lollipops. Right? And the ribbons on the handles. And basically every 12 weeks we would award the Chubba Chup Cup based on which team had won the most tickets. And you won tickets for turning up on time, playing outside lessons, extra tickets for playing tournaments. And what we also did was we would then draw out 50 tickets from each box and give away little prizes. So now there was a whole reward, which by the way we didn't pay for. Because these guys gave us little key rings and grips and candy bars from the shop down the street. Yeah, so simple things like that create huge amounts of belonging. Yeah, you, if you think about it, belong to a whole lot of things. Does anyone choose a particular airline to fly rather than another one? Collect miles in. Yeah, choose a car rental company or a hotel, or shop at a particular place. All of those things are about your attachment. There are rewards or loyalty or those kind of things. So you've got a whole lot of other things like that also make a big difference to feeling like whether you feel like you belong or not. Okay, so somewhere along the line you have to start thinking about not making a big deal about this, but maybe putting 1 or 2 of these things, because every other thing that the kid's doing and the parents are doing has these things in their program. This is part of gamification, by the way. This is part of what comes out of the computer games industry. They found out very early on that one of the key ways to motivate people is to get them to collect things. It's the same as Pokemon, it's the same as all of those things. They're all about collecting points, stars, rewards. Yeah, it modifies people's behaviors. And if you don't have an overriding system that sits over the top of all of your program, I'm just not saying you've got a bad program, I'm just saying you're missing a trick. You're missing a trick you could use, and it doesn't have to be complicated. We started that house system, by the way, with 4 houses. It was way too complicated. Cut it down to 2 very quickly within the first year. Oh, by the way, if we had 2 brothers, we always put them on different houses. So there was a bit of infighting when they got home as well. All right, so are there any other things? There's just a few things from me. Are there any other things that you think you could use that would make your kids feel like they belong a little bit more? Even things like, we used to take our kids every year on an exchange program, our older kids, either to Belgium or to Holland, which is like taking your kids to Alabama, basically, for us. Yeah? It's a 30-minute plane ride. Okay? Right? Belgium or Holland, and we used to have kids join the program just so they could go on those little trips, because now they got to connect, hang out with their friends for a week, do stuff like that. We think we're selling tennis lessons. No. Tennis lessons are the thing that we do to make kids get better. But actually, the kids are going to stay in the club if they genuinely belong to it. Change your way of thinking a little bit. All right, 2 minutes. We're getting closer to lunch, but we're not quite there yet. Come on, you can do this. Let's go. 2 minutes around the table. What other things have you got that you're connected to that motivate your behaviour that you could use in tennis? You might have to scratch your head. If you can't come up with any, go get some more coffee.
Yeah, I think I need to get one of those.
Yeah, that's pretty
Well, I guess now you just go online and look and see what you can now, but I'd like to say fairly decent t-shirt, hot t-shirt. From what? Yeah. It's a lot cheaper. I didn't realize they were that cheap. I was thinking, yeah. Well, I'm sure that's
I know that last week.
Yeah, we've done that. I know in our popcorn machine, we're always it's okay. Popsicles I feel
Yeah. No, I just like to do that. Go back and calculate. You know, what he said. This is much time. It's been a long time. So, I was kind of yeah, well, the last probably the last 5 when I started just like I did
and you don't
that wasn't a problem at all. I mean, that was zero.
yeah,
I mean, there was nothing. Yeah, 18 now, one here is great. Ours is small. But anyway, it enabled me to get back to Mississippi. Put it back there. This is what I use. have been in a situation where, rain, cold out, and it is dead. Got this in the started getting excitement, blah, 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 and then just and we have close to really having a here comes the water. It's raining. What do you do in cold weather?
And I'm out
Look, the reality of these things is you're going to get all the slides, and then what you do with it afterwards is it's like you can sit down and go, okay, could we create a bit more connection and belonging to our program and our club, and a bit more of a. But remember, like, how you feel about all those things, because I can pretty much guarantee there isn't a person in this room that doesn't support a football team. We're in football land, aren't we? So somewhere along the line, you have to understand what these things do to you.
Something that can keep it.
All right. So a whole load of other things that might work. Internal teams. Yeah, I've already said that. Recognise new members. Just like someone joins a club, put their name up on the bulletin board when they walk in. Recognise achievements of other people. We sent press release about the guy who walked the Andes charity. It was like, we did it. Such and such tennis club member. Yeah, but he was over the moon because we pushed out things like that. Yeah. How you do regular communication and creating special little groups, using points, having social things. Social is so big. Yeah. Using older players. We were talking over here about college tennis. I've always thought it's just so strange that college players can't go to your club and hit with your kids because it's all perceived the wrong way, and it's all NCAA things to stop them doing it. Because actually then they know that not enough people come to our matches. But you don't, they're not allowed to go out and create an order, which is just crazy. Like, getting older players, high school kids are heroes if you're 6. That's the reality of it. Put them in a nice uniform, get them to be involved. And then, just having the kind of branding and the kind of merchandise. Who doesn't wear something that says what they're about, who they are? Yeah. And then, of course, there's other things. The other things that we have are all the kind of general social things that fit within this. So it's stuff like, do you do